Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures. A picture so stunning in its effect, so vast in its impact, that it profoundly affects the lives of all who see it. One such film is...
Very good, thank you. Yes, thank you. Next, please.
Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures.
Yes, thank you. Next.
Once in a lifetime!
Go away.
What?
Next.
What's wrong with my voice? My voice is all right, my brain is wrong.
有时候，有一部电影可以把整个电影的历史起了改变。
That's more like it.
库鲁萨瓦的《Seven Samurai》就是这样的一部电影，还有《Ivan the Terrible》，其余的都是平常的电影，像《Herbie Rides Again》、《La Notte》和《Monty Python and the Holy Grail》。Monty Python and the Holy Grail 有许多滑稽的。
If you do not open this door, we shall take this castle by force.
We're knights of the round table, we dance whenever we're able. We do routine to call a scene.
故事紧张。
One day, lad, all this will be yours. What, the curtains? Run away!
还有一些不花许多钱的危险账面。
What makes you think she's a witch? Well, she turned me into a newt.
但是和 The Seven Seal 来比一下，这部电影就非常幼稚。
No.
所以，如果您是一个知识界记的小家伙，您也喜欢傻笑什么事，也不能更糟。Monty Python and the Holy Grail， 看完了，来这里吃便饭。
Hello, welcome to the Nostalgia of Monty Python House. I am one of your hosts. I'm Johnny, and I'm joined by Will, and I'm joined by Sir Lancelot himself, Andrew. Andrew, what are we talking about today on the Nostalgia Fun House?
We are talking about Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
What a film.
Yeah. April 3rd, 1975.
And a great example of why you do this type of humor, because it still holds up in 2026.
Oh, yes, it does.
Humor-wise. Don't have to worry about any jokes based on pop culture.
This is probably the second best movie Eric Idle's ever been in.
What's the first?
Oh, Transformers, the movie where he voices Wreck-Gar.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Where he voices Wreck-Gar. So every time in this movie, when Eric Idle talked, I was super excited because I
Wait, he was in Casper. No, I beg to differ. Casper.
No, Transformers the movie.
He's great in Casper.
Transformers the movie.
I was trying to think where I knew him from because I'm not a big Monty Python guy.
Really?
I love Terry Gilliam, but I'm not a big Monty Python person. So you guys don't hate me, but I tried to give this another shot. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. I saw this.
Shocked me.
I watched this. I mean, there's parts that I can appreciate. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's just not for me. It's one of those humors that it's not for me. I think really what it was when I watched this, and I want to say I was either still in high school or right out of high school. This movie had just been built up like it was sliced bread with jelly and jam and
It's been
all the
quoted. It gets
fixings.
quoted a lot. Yeah.
And
I
everybody's like, "It's amazing. You gotta watch it." And I watched it, and I'm like, I don't. It doesn't do anything for me.
Is this your Seinfeld? Is this what this is?
It might be. It's just not my humor. And I thought, like,
what is
rewatching it now, I was like, hey, it's directed by Terry Gilliam. I love Terry Gilliam. I love the Jabberwocky. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one of my favorite films. Even some of his newer stuff that he's done, I really like his style of filmmaking. Like 12 Monkeys is great. The Fisher King with Jeff Bridges and Robin Williams. If you guys ever want to see Robin Williams hang dong, watch The Fisher King. It's great. But I was like, I'll give this another shot. I'll watch it, and I had the same kind of feeling where I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't dislike this, but I also don't like this at the same time. And the other thing that I found funny was I'm watching it, and my wife walked through the living room and she goes, "Why are you watching this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's what we're covering on the discussion this week." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't like this." She's like, "I tried to watch it, and I was just like, this is meh, it's kind of lame." I'm like, "Okay, it's not just me then. I guess it makes sense. Like, husband and wife, we have similar senses of humor. Just doesn't do it for me."
Well, there is a. I
I
do
want to
remember.
hurt
There's
you
a.
right
There's
now.
a. There's a.
I like this is the first time where I physically on this podcast, like I really just want to like throw
And I've
somebody
tried watching
into a
like
chair.
I've tried to watch Life of Brian.
What? Life of Brian's great.
Same. I think it's just the humor. I've never really watched the Flying Circus, Monty Python.
So
I don't know.
so what's funny about Monty Python is the way that I found out about them, like even the sketch show was I don't know if you remember there was a show on Comedy Central, like when Comedy Central actually did like showed comedy shows.
What? They did that once?
Yeah. And
Used to.
they would show skits from different shows. And I remember sitting there and I was watching it and I don't know how the hell I had control of the TV, but my grandma was in there and she goes, "Is that Monty Python crap?" Because one of the skits and I was laughing at it. And I'm like, I don't know, Grandma. And then all of a sudden it showed you where it was from and it said Monty Python. She goes, "Oh, I hate that stuff. Your uncle and your grandfather used to laugh at that stuff for hours."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, well, is it really that bad?" And then all of a sudden I seen Holy Grail
There.
and Life
There
of
is.
Brian.
Yeah.
There is a gag on Family Guy where Meg says, and I remember this. She goes, "Oh, good." Am
And
I breaking up?
yeah, you
A little
broke up.
bit. Yeah.
Now I am going to throw something at my internet.
I'm just between the internet and me. This is going to be an angry podcast.
It
Oh,
is. It's driving me bonkers. No, there's a Family Guy joke where Meg goes, "I'm a girl. I don't even like the good Monty Python."
oh,
And
Oh, yeah.
so, well,
The other thing I'm thinking about too, though, is like I saw this late, and this is a very culturally relevant film. So how much of the gravitas or the comedy in this movie had I already experienced through just pop culture and other forms of entertainment? Like kind of like a prime example is like John Carter from Mars. Nobody cares because Star Wars already came out, already did it better.
yeah.
Dune, Star Wars already
Mm.
came out, took a lot of the same ideas. So it's like how much of the similar styles of comedy, like the coconut gag. Like I'm pretty sure I saw that in Shrek before Monty
Oh,
Python.
see, I've
So
seen
like
this. I
so like I
saw this way before any of those.
yeah, like I
we're
mean
older.
when I was in high school, so I either saw this in aught three or somewhere between the aught three, aught
Oh,
five.
jeez.
That's when I saw this for the first time. So
Oh,
a lot of the the comedy in this film I had already seen through other channels and pop culture and in just the zeitgeist of society. So I feel like that also took a lot of wind out of the sails for this film for me.
I'm looking at early mid 90s
Yeah,
when I
like
first saw
Monty
this.
Python was not a thing that was discussed much in the old Smith household. So
Barely in high school when I watched this. I'm pretty sure for the first time,
yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, I love comedy.
Yeah, this is
Even in the
riddled.
opening credits, there's just joke after joke after joke.
Which
I love
yeah.
I love Moose because of this.
But then like I'm also thinking there's similar things in like Mel Brooks films where he just over explains. So it's like I've already seen that joke through other things, so it didn't have the same impact, and I didn't get the same kind of,
I get what you're saying, but by going with that, though, like there's really going to be never an original joke for you because
Yeah.
No, I mean, but even there's and I think a lot of I don't know, like that's not my only excuse. I just don't. I've tried other Monty Python stuff, and it just doesn't do it for me. And like I said, I thought going into this with fresh eyes and like really liking Terry Gilliam, and I would appreciate this more. But I was just like, all right, I got through it. Okay, cool.
I want to be mad at you, but I get a lot of crap for not liking Seinfeld. So
Yeah, it's just I
Seinfeld's
guess
great.
like you said, it's my Seinfeld because I could quote Seinfeld to the moon and back. I know every verbiage, everything in and out.
Well, you see, if I would have guessed, I would have said Will loves this, right? Because I think you're a person. Will's going to love my this humor, but some people, like Seinfeld. Right?
I can't wait to read the transcript for this.
Also, might even say my internet was bad. There it was like, oh yeah, I know, very aware.
No,
I'm aware.
Yeah, but with my sense of humor, all my friends are like, "You gotta love Seinfeld." I'm like, but I tried it. I can't get into it.
I think Seinfeld depends on what type of person you are, because like I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I find funny also though, but it's a lot of like life situational stuff that you make into funny things.
Even like opposite end of the spectrum, I didn't like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I tried that several times. I didn't like The Office. I tried to watch The Office. I couldn't get into The Office.
Well, did you try The Door?
No, it's closed. So it's closed.
I love Johnny's broken up laugh, right?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
If you're listening to this, I am sorry.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties.
I've even noticed
from our North Carolina studios.
Dude, I've been like even some of my other YouTube like things that I watch when they're doing live streams, like they're having issues that they normally never have. So it's got to be. I blame it on
You know what it is, right? It's the aliens, because the streams go normally like
that's why,
and they're bending them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're getting double teamed. We're getting double teamed by these aliens.
Yeah.
Double alien action. Get it at Video Factory on Retro Rewind. But so the story is basically King Arthur going out to look for the Holy Grail, and his squire Patsy, who bangs coconut shells together to mimic Arthur riding a horse. Travel Britain.
You know why they did that? You know where that gag came from, right?
They just couldn't afford a horse, right?
Exactly. The horses were too expensive, so we'll just do this.
Dude, it's genius. Like
I was reading, they went to like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd to fund this.
Yeah, yeah. Now there is a gag in this that I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm going to see if you guys can figure out which one it is.
Okay.
And I'll give you a hint. It is a reoccurring gag.
Okay.
All right. So he's out looking for knights to join the round table, and along the way, Arthur debates whether swallows could carry coconuts through passes through a town infected with the plague. That was the best when he goes through and he's like, he must be a king. How did you know? He's not covered in shit. Because everybody, yeah. I'm not
I'm not
dead.
it. I'm happy. I think I can go for a walk.
Or this is probably the best part of the beginning too, also, where he recounts the receiving of Excalibur from the Lady of the Lake by the two by the two peasants.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're explaining him the whole social structure, and then he like physically gets frustrated and attacks the one guy. And he's like, see, oppression,
He's
violent
a,
oppression. Where we at? And then he
I really want to guess the gag that Will loves. So he
I
says
think we're
it's a
I think
reoccurring one.
Yeah.
I think we're getting close.
Is it the swallow thing?
Nope.
Okay. All right. That does
Uh
come up again.
he
The
and then
swallow comes up again.
yeah. Then he defeats the Black Knight, which is probably one of the most classic scenes.
Yeah,
That
very
one I
iconic.
was well aware of before I even saw the film. I knew
Yeah.
there's some knight that just kept getting his limbs chopped off. So that was one of those things that I think was built up too much. And then when I finally saw it, I was like, huh, eh. So if I went into it blind, I think I would have liked it a lot more. So I think the two things that were like that were that and the rabbit.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah, the rabbit, one of my
I
favorite
like the
parts.
rabbit.
Yeah, but
But
again, it was
see,
one of those things that was built up so
yeah.
much so that when I finally saw it, I was like, oh, that's
See, the rabbit's
because
not my favorite thing either, but like the Black Knight has become the like cornholio, as you would say, the cornholio or like the Rick James episode
yeah, that's the
of
thing that's
Chappelle Show
everywhere.
where that's the one everybody goes right to, where I
Yeah.
feel there's so much other better things in here. At an impromptu witch trial. This is great. Did you guys notice? I've never noticed this, and this is probably about maybe like my fifth time watching this. Why is there a guy with shaving cream all over his
That's
face?
one of the gags. Yeah,
Just
he's just there.
randomly
Yeah,
all over
and
his face.
there's a lot of great lines, and like one of my favorite lines in this whole movie is, "She turned me into a newt. I
Yeah,
got I got better."
I got better. I love it how they're just always yelling to at every little thing. She's a witch. She's a witch. How do you know? She's dressed like a witch. No, they put this nose on me. It's a false nose. The witch trial where he meets Sir Brenevere the Wise, where they
Who's my
devise.
favorite? He's my favorite in this
Oh,
thing.
he's your favorite?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
got a lot of really great lines in this. Like when you get to the knights who say me, and
Yeah,
he's trying to learn how to do it, and he goes, no, no, he can't even do knee right. It's just so funny.
I love it when you first meet him. He's trying to attach the coconut to the swallow,
Yeah,
but then they devise that if she was a witch, she would float, and ducks float, so she would weigh as much as the duck.
yeah, makes sense to me. That's
Yeah.
science.
Yeah, that's how they did it back then.
And then along the way, he recruits Sir Lancelot the Brave, Sir Galahad the Pure, and this one's probably my favorite, Sir
I love him
Robin
too.
the
Yeah,
not so
so brave.
yeah, not so quite so brave. Uh, so then they get to Camelot, which I think delivered Terry Gilliam, who plays Patsy, delivers one of the best lines in the movie because King Arthur is just like hyping up the whole thing with Camelot, and he's like, "Look, there it is!" And then out of nowhere, you hear Terry Gilliam go, "It's just a model." I have no idea why, but I just think that's it was so great. But then you get the musical scene.
The musical scene was, I will give it credit. The musical scene was shot really well. This was Terry's first film. So a lot of the angles and like his way of filming, yeah, I could see like, okay, these are the baby steps before he goes like full bore with his other films. So I could see some like it was kind of cool to like I know his other films inside and out to see like how he kind of developed and how he started from. I'm like, oh, that's one of those angles that he uses in Fear and Loathing, or that's kind of similar to the one shot in Tideland. So I like the musical. The musical was good, but I didn't laugh.
See, I didn't laugh at the musical, but I did laugh at probably my second favorite line in
What's
this
a silly
movie.
place?
Yeah, let's not. On second thought, let's not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. But then God appears and tells them that they need to go find. It's orders Arthur to go find the Holy Grail. And then this is where this is another, I think, scene where it's that Chappelle Rick James thing where they encounter the castle occupied by the French soldiers.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's some funny things in there if you didn't pay attention before. Like, if you're French, why are you in Britain? And he's like, why don't you mind your own business? Or or come on, even when he's like, I'll share my holy grail with you. And he's like, we already got one. They're like, you already got one. See, Will's not Johnny's.
Yeah, I can smile, but I'm just like, okay.
I think that was great. And then
I've never wanted to cuss Will out more than I am right now.
Feel free. I've had it numerous times. Whenever there's so many times, I'm like, I don't get Monty Python. Like, are you crazy? Like, I used to sit next to this kid in high school. I think he was the reason I watched it because he was like one of those quoting Holy Grail constantly. And then I finally watched it, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't get it. And how do you guys might feel this? But he goes, I don't think we could be friends anymore.
I wouldn't go that far, but there is a.
I do forgive you.
We were in high school.
If Swerve Strickland burned down your house, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it can only be Swerve Strickland.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna love this, like Johnny, like Johnny said.
I think it's a little more shock. It's not like. I do think the humor in this is you're either going to like it or not, but I would have guessed that Will would have liked it.
Yeah, like my wife.
It's not like I don't like it. It's just
my wife would not.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like this movie at all.
Yeah, it's just like.
But
I'd be the knight of.
But this is probably another part you two like too, Johnny, is the Trojan rabbit.
Yes.
Or Sir Predivere, where they make the rabbit to go in there.
They don't even.
Then what's your plan?
And they don't even go in.
What our game plan is, then we pop out of the rabbit, and then. Yeah.
Well, perhaps if we made a wooden badger.
Yeah, that was.
It's a second.
It crushes the one guy's squire as they shoot it over the walls again. Then Arthur decides they should go their separate ways for the Grail. Meanwhile, a modern day historian, this is very important to the story, modern day historian filming a documentary on Arthur's legend is killed by an unknowing knight on horseback, triggering a police investigation.
Yeah, which ending budget movie. Good.
Arthur.
Will?
Yeah.
Will, question. Is it just British humor in general, or is it just Monty Python that you don't like?
Well, is there any other kind of humor in Britain? Like, I like Mr. Bean. I like Mr. Bean a lot. But
he did that cop show I caught a couple of times called The Thin Blue Line, I believe it was called, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, when I think of British humor, that's the only thing I think of is Mr. Bean and Monty Python. I don't like The Office for the US version, so I'm sure I'm not gonna like the UK version. I did try to watch Shameless, the UK version, but I couldn't understand a goddamn thing those people were saying because they got the Cockney accent.
I was gonna say
understand
Cockney accent.
Like I tried to watch, what was it, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? Is that the one with Brad Pitt? And I can't understand the goddamn thing they're saying, so I can't watch it.
Brad Smith is Snatch. Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels is like supposed to be the first version of Snatch or something like that. Somehow
I tried to watch both, and I'm like, I can't understand anything these people are saying. I don't know what's going on.
So you definitely have never seen Train Spotting then either.
I did. I couldn't get. I mean, they're doing heroin and the baby dies. Okay.
And then he goes through withdrawals and the baby's crawling on the ceiling and then the head turns around.
I tried watching Train Spotting too, and I'm like, I can't get into it. I think too much time had passed from the first one.
Train Spotting is for me one of those movies that was built up, and I finally watched it and I was like, I don't care for this.
Well, that's also a different kind of movie. It's like
it's very weird.
like it's one of those you watch once and you're like, well, I do not have to revisit this again. Kind of like what's the one that Darren Aronofsky directed? With Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, Marlon Wayans. What the heck is it? It's super depressing and disturbing where it's just about
That
them
him?
go. No, no, it's an older movie, but it's like they're all going through withdrawal. They all get addicted to drugs in one way, shape, or
Oh,
form. Um, shoot, what? I'll look it up really quick. I have that technology.
can you rebuild it though?
I
Uh,
can try.
so then Arthur and Bedivere are given
Requiem
direction.
for a Dream. That's what it is.
What's this called?
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, okay. So
Great
Arthur,
movie, but like you're not gonna go out of your way to watch it again once you've watched the first time.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
never.
Not a
Except for
feel
one
good.
particular scene for everybody who's watched it. You know what I mean? I'll inform you two gentlemen off air because it's very disturbing and not in our rating guidelines.
So Arthur and Bedivere are given directions by an old man and attempt to satisfy a strange request by the dreaded knights who say knee. And that
Nee.
request is a shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
And you know where they got the shrubbery from? They got it from Roger.
Shrubbery.
Roger the shrub. See, I don't understand when they go back and they're like, "We are no longer the knights who say knee. We are the knights that say wiki." It's like wiki wiki mook mook or something. And then Arthur's like, "Oh, knights who formerly say knee." See, you don't. What Will's really frustrating to me that he's not laughing at these damn jokes.
I don't. I don't. Like I said, I guess I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
These are the same kind of jokes, by the way, that me and Will make on our Ninja Turtle podcast.
Yeah,
So
it is.
this is what's boiled
I'm
on
not
under.
saying it's
Like
not
this.
hypocritical. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just going with my gut here, just saying like just doesn't do it for me. Maybe I watch it again in another 40 years and I'll be like, yeah, this wasn't so bad. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. But
Let's
I don't see it happening, unfortunately.
let's see what Sir Robin's up to. Sir Robin avoids a fight with the three-headed knight by running away while the heads are arguing with themselves. That's a great part because
Well, it's
he's got the
also
minstrel.
that's what I was going to say. The minstrel's singing his song before he gets to them, and then after he gets to them is just really funny.
Yeah, because he is a coward. Oh, we forgot about
He bravely
Sir.
runs away.
Well, we also forgot about Sir. What is it? Sir, not to appear in this film.
Yes, yeah.
See, and then we'll just sit. Is there any way I could turn off Will's camera for this, and that way I don't have
Like
to
this.
see him not enjoy
Hold on.
each one of these jokes?
We need him to like cover his mouth, and that way we can post. We can just
Uh,
make him say
Sir-
whatever we want.
Sir Gallenhand is led by the Grail shaped beacon to the castle of Anthrax, which is occupied exclusively by.
That's kind of creeping me out. I ain't gonna lie.
Is that the Call of Duty mask?
No, it's Casey Jones from 2012's Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see it now.
It's kind of creepy. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me try something else. Hold on.
Is exclusively run by occupied by young women, all
Yeah.
whom attempt to woo him, but is rescued against his will by Lancelot.
Yeah. We'll just getting up in his room.
Yeah.
Just walking around. He doesn't have to listen to this.
That's the original Casey
I'm
Jones.
realizing all I have is Casey Jones masks.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one we all know. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you could just need to wear a suit and you can infiltrate any office building you can.
Yeah. You can get any job.
I feel like Guy Fawkes.
How did you feel about that when Gallahan goes into the castle and all the women are trying to get
Slightly
with him?
aroused.
Nothing out of
yeah, a
nothing
little bit.
comedic out of it. Let's go that route.
No, I felt a lot of things, but comedic was not one of them.
Oh, and then
Maybe I'll talk
Lancelot-
about that later in this very podcast. Which one? I don't know. Maybe all of them. Who knows?
See, then we got Lancelot who receives an arrow with a note from a nearby swamp castle, believing the author is a lady being forced to marry against her will. This, come on, you didn't laugh at this when he storms that castle and just starts murdering people?
So one of my all-time favorite gags in any movie is where the two soldiers are out front of the castle and they keep looking at distance and he keeps coming it just keeps resetting. And then when he finally gets there and he kills one of them, the other one looks at it and he goes, "Hey." My favorite part.
He's like so far away,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, he just like stabs the guy.
Yeah.
Like they cut back, and you're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a while." He just like straight stabs him, and then
I
he
just love the other guy. I just love the other soldier looking at him. Hey.
I just love it how he's just going through, just stabbing everybody,
Just
women, just doesn't even need a sword. Oh, because this is good too, because the prince just wants to sing, and the father, every single time the music plays, he's like, "Will you stop? Stop! No, 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 no." But only to find out that that's the prince is the one that's trying to get married against his will. Arthur and his knights regroup and are joined by brother Maynard. Monk is the monk, and three knights: Bors, Gawain, and Enoch. What? Did I say that right?
Will, is the joke that you liked where people are constantly almost dying but they're not dead?
No, because he didn't say anything.
No.
Yeah, those are great.
I'm really, yeah. No, everything's great, and then
Will, I love you. That's probably why I'm so disappointed.
It's understandable. It's understandable. I will give you credit that scene where the knight does just kind of pop up.
Yeah.
I did smile. I could have used a few more shots of like the far in the distance. Like you do that for a little longer, and then he pops up.
I completely forgot about that part until I rewatched this, and then I just was laughing. It's just like he's so far away, and then they cut back to the car. The next thing you know, out of nowhere, it just stabs him. So then they meet Tim, the enchanter, who directs them to the cave where the location of the Grail is said to be written. The entrance to the cave is guarded by the rabbit of Kettleberry or whatever. Underestimated the knight's attack, but the rabbit easily kills three of the knights. Arthur uses the holy hand grenade. You didn't find that?
No, there's another thing that I just knew about.
Oh, I think people hyped it up too much for you.
I honestly think that it has a lot to do with it.
Provided by Brother Maynard, it destroys the creature. The police officers investigating the historian's murder hear the explosion and begin to pursue them. Inside the cave, they find an inscription directing them to the castle of Ar, where they are interpreted. I can't even read or talk by an attack from an animated legendary black beast who's actually in the movie the whole entire time. That I just realized because he pulls the hand away.
Yep.
That lives in the cage, which devours Brother Maynard and pursues the others. Arthur and his knights escape after the film's animator unexpectedly suffers a fatal heart attack, erasing the Black Beast. The knights approach the Bridge of Death, where a soothsaying bridge keeper demands that they answer three questions in order to pass to pass or else be cast into the gorge. Lancelot.
Another great part.
Yep.
Yeah. And the first night, Lancelot gets easy questions, so he gets on through. So then Robin's like, "I could do that."
It's all the difficult ones. Because then it gets into the swallow question.
Yeah, because what is your favorite color? Red. No, blue.
And then this is where the soothsayer, the bridge keeper cannot answer himself, and he is thrown into the gorge. Arthur and Bedivere cannot find Lancelot, unaware that he has been arrested by the police investigating the historian's death. They find the castle, occupy the French soldiers from early in the film. After being repelled by showers of manure, they summon an army of knights and prepare to assault the castle as the army charges.
Which means the French really did already have one.
That is true.
Yeah,
We're not lying.
And then they did get to taunt them a second time.
Yeah.
As the army charges, the police arrive, arrest Arthur Bedivere on suspicions of murder of the historian, and
the
break
movie
the camera and abruptly end the film.
The end of the movie is they get arrested. That's just the greatest by modern day police.
Is this what started LARPing? Is this like because I guess in the film none of this is real. They're all just pretending. They're LARPing. So did this start?
It's all real.
Yeah, it's all real. There's police.
Yeah.
So what is the gag now, Will?
It's the historian.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the fact they kept going back and they kept showing, like, at first I'm like, all right, they just killed this historian. That's kind of funny. But then when they went back and you'd see like the police investigation and like the family grieving and then how it just kept going. And then I do remember, like, originally when I watched this, I found the ending to be quite endearing. The fact that they just got arrested and then it's cut to credits.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best endings to a movie because you expect them to find the Holy Grail.
Yep, I always, when I'm asked what my favorite ending to a movie is, this would make my top 5.
This is such a great movie.
Yeah.
It definitely has an impact on culture, and it's definitely regarded in a high esteem by many, many people. I'm just not one of them.
All right. Who would you guys play? We'll go with that. Since Will's buzz killing all this right now for
Well,
John.
I'll tell you what, I'll go first.
Which is very odd because normally it's Will and I buzz killing everything for Johnny.
Just me this time. I'm the odd man out. That's why I would be Sir not appearing in this film. That's who I would play.
And that is a character. You're breaking up, John.
Yeah. Of course I am. Probably I'm gonna go Robin. Sir Robin.
Sir Robin. As I was watching this, I would want to be Patsy.
You did say he's got your favorite line in the film.
He has my favorite line where it's like it's just a model. Should we
sleep with?
I tell you what, I was going to shock you guys. I think I'm gonna fill in for that prince that didn't want to get married. I'll just slide right in there. That's a sturdy woman.
Oh yeah, it was.
You probably thought I was going to throw you a clean one right over the plate and just go for that castle full of 11 vixens, but no, I'm going to go for that sturdy woman. She's going to get a lot of work done for me.
Or or you could go for the witch.
No, she'll cast a spell on me, and I don't want to be running all the time.
She might turn you into a newt.
Yeah, it could be. I don't want to be a newt.
You'll get better.
I might become a salamander or an axolotl.
Should we let Will just get out more of his, I want to say hatred, but
disregard? It's not hatred. It's just
that's what I said. I'm not going to say hatred. I mean like bad. Disregard. Like,
well, I feel bad because I feel
like we need to let you go first, and then Johnny and I finish this up.
Oh, for sure.
So we end on a good note.
Like, I feel like if I had hatred, it would be more entertaining. The fact that I have disinterest is probably the worst thing you could say about a movie, especially a comedy.
Yeah. I think I'm more offended by that. I'd rather you hate it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So, I mean, out of 5 coconut clamshells,
is that what we're doing? Coconut clam?
I don't know. I think that's most.
What do you got, Johnny? This is your movie.
I was going to say shrubberies.
Okay.
Shrubberies? Out of those shrubberies? Out of 5 shrubberies, I'd give this a 2. 2 shrubberies.
Oh my God.
That's criminally low.
I know it is. Well, the other 3 burned. What can I do?
I'm hurting right now inside.
This is easily a 5 shrubbery movie. 5 out of 5 for me.
You know what? I'm meltering this thing. This is
Seven shrubberies?
I'll go 6 shrubberies.
Wait
This
a
was
minute.
in the
I never
Tokyo
saw.
Dome.
I was going to say I never saw this in Tokyo Dome. Wait, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to see this in the Tokyo Dome, and then it'll get the
You
star
have
ratings up.
to. You have
That's
to
what
see
it
the.
is.
You have to see it in the Tokyo Dome.
I should have seen this in Japan. Everything's bigger in Japan.
You didn't
Lizards.
see. You didn't see the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks in the beginning of the movie.
No, I didn't.
Oh, see.
You got to watch this with Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that's in post credits.
Gotcha. They need to put Shirin
Will Ospreay versus John
each other's cheeks, and for this to get a 7-star rating from me.
It's Will Ospreay and John Moxley after the credits.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, did they get arrested too?
Yes, we do, because I cut Will Ospreay.
Then there's an investigation. It's an investigation with Jim Cornette, and he's just trying to find him because they killed the business.
They need to do like a whole special on that. Who killed the business?
Everybody.
I would definitely probably pay a Patreon price if they did something.
I'll tell you who killed the business: social media.
Yeah, it didn't do it any favors. Yeah. It's killed everything, really.
Yeah.
So go ahead and listen to us on all the social media platforms.
Yeah, there you go. Well, because our social media is good, clean, and wholesome.
Sort of. Yeah. Check out our Facebook page and our Instagram.
Yeah, go ahead to that social media that we just ridiculed and said is the cause of disdain amongst the human race, and follow us.
Yeah.
Tell me how much you hate me because I don't like this movie.
You might get some people on your side.
Yeah, you'll probably get a lot. I've noticed there's a lot more people, but then I think you're the first person outside of my wife that says like they just have no love for this movie.
No. Yeah.
I don't.
It's on my shelf. I bought it for a whopping 50 cents. I'll keep it. I'll give it another shot maybe sometime down the line. It's even the 2-disc special edition.
You should not have that.
I have it. What are you going to do? Come here to what?
I am. You know what? Me? Now I definitely
you take it from me.
New York now.
I tell you what you do. You come to New York, you take my Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I tell you what you do. You put it with all the Italians that used to be in Niagara Falls. I'll never find them.
I'm coming to your house. I'm taking your neighbor. I'm going to use him as a battering ram because he doesn't do anything else. And then
he doesn't even have a stick.
Yep. We've got quadriplegics out here murdering people, and Will's neighbor can't even go outside for a walk for his stick.
Tell you what he can do. He can't get a stick, but he can love Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He loves this film.
You know what? Then I'll go sit with him if he does.
Oh, yeah. You guys can go find sticks together. Maybe rub two together, see if you get a fire. Spark a fire for me for this film. It ain't going to happen. I can't tell you.
He's definitely a guy that probably loves DoorDash.
Oh, all the time. He doesn't even take his kid to school.
What?
His mom comes and picks up their kids and takes them to school.
How do people afford DoorDash? It is expensive.
Because
I got lucky enough where T-Mobile gives you free Dash Pass for a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like every time somebody's like, hey, do you want to switch? I'm like, no, because T-Mobile gave me free Dash Pass. I have free MLB TV for the whole entire season. So they give you a bunch of free stuff. It's T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Even if I had the disposable income for DoorDash, I wouldn't do it because I'd be afraid they'd put their penis in my food.
Well,
it's a weird thing I got.
That's always a chance, even when you're making it.
That's my penis. I know where it's been. I don't mind that. But
all right.
I can't do DoorDash. For some reason, I'm fine with like a delivery guy. But DoorDash, I just don't.
It is expensive. My wife's like very bad with the DoorDash.
Especially like when people get groceries delivered. I'm like, dude, come on. You know, they're not picking out your vegetables and your fruit properly. No. They're just grabbing whatever.
Yeah, I never understood that either. Like when it comes to that stuff.
Although I would say what I should do is I should DoorDash the stuff from Walmart I was telling you about that they lock up.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to go through the embarrassment of asking the Walmart employee to give me that vibrating device out of the lockbox and make the DoorDash person do it.
You could use it on the sturdy gal, but all right.
Yeah, you could.
All right. Until next episode, everybody.